What's going on, guys? It's Kyle again with DTOM Knives and Gear. Today we have the first Kershaw on the channel. This is the Kershaw Bareknuckle. This is the Smoky Mountain Knife Works exclusive. Great knife. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be talking about this Bareknuckle. Now, I said that this is the first Kershaw I think we've had on this channel, and it is. I've never been a huge fan of just the Kershaw designs. It's just not my thing, but they do make great products. They make, this one is an American-made product, and I really have enjoyed this. This one is the Smoky Mountain Knife Works exclusive, and what makes that different than the regular Bareknuckle is the 20CV steel. You guys know, if you watch my channel, that 20CV is one of my favorite steels. And so when I saw this, I was like, man, yeah, I think I might like that. And I'm glad I did. This one is an American-made knife. It is a steel frame lock with an aluminum scales. I'm not a huge fan of the aluminum scales, but this one has a coating on it that gives you just a little bit of grip. The action on it is really good. The detent is about perfect, really, because I have tried to fail this, and I really can't. I can't really fail the flipper action on this thing. So so that's great. It's one of those things where a lot of my other flippers, I can if I kind of half-ass it. But this one, I can't. So the reliability of this blade coming out is 100%. It is a steel frame lock. So it has have that steel bar there that you move out of the way. The tension on that is great. It's not too much pressure to get it out of the way. Action on this thing is just so great. Look, I mean, it doesn't fall shut, but it doesn't take much. And then if you can hear that, that detent just snap right in there. Really like this knife. And of course, with a 20CV steel, it just makes me happy because I love that steel. The pocket clip is a short little pocket clip that rides relatively deep. Carrying in and out of pocket, it rides pretty well because while it's in your pocket, like, yeah. So it has this swoop, kind of gets in and out. You know, you can get in your pocket if you have other stuff in there. It makes it kind of easy. You got to keep your finger, just like any other frame lock, off the lock bar. If you're pressing that lock bar, then that's like, whoa, what the heck? I can't get this thing to open. A lot of people have that problem when I hand them my frame locks. But this one is wide enough, unlike some of my thinner frame locks, that your hand really doesn't really get in the way of that frame lock because it's just a wider knife. Some of the thinner ones, it's just one of those things where that's where your finger naturally goes. On this one, it's not, so it works out great. The blade shape on this guy is kind of funky. It's a Kershaw thing. You know, I'm not in love with it, but it works well. It's a pretty long blade. You know, the blade length is about 3.5 inches. The overall length is 8 inches, 200 thousandths. So it's a pretty big blade. I love the stonewash finish that it has. The closed length is about 4.7 inches. So, you know, it takes up a little bit of real estate, but I think it's perfectly fine for everyday carry. It is an ambidextrous tip up because you can replace that pocket clip on this other side. So, you know, the blade thickness is about 1/8 of an inch. So I didn't measure this one behind the edge, but it does slice very well. I have to admit, comes super sharp. Kershaw does a great job. And then of course you can see made in America. Gotta love that. Gotta love that model number 7777. Come on now. So, really glad I picked it up. Now, I picked this up. I was watching Slicey Dicey's video on this knife. And at the time he did this video, Smoky Mountain Knife Works, like I said, this is an exclusive. So you can only get it in the 20CV through Smoky Mountain Knife Works. And whenever he did his video, they were on sale. So I got this thing for 77 bucks, under $80. And with that steel and action, oh, that's a deal. Now, they had them on sale. They're regularly 99 bucks, so right at 100. And unfortunately, whenever I'm recording this video, I think the sale is over, so they're back to $99. Do I think it's a great value at $77? Yes, I do. Absolutely. I think that is a steal. Do I think it's still worth $99? on the not for on sale price? Yes, I do. A lot of people love Kershaw's because of their designs. Like I said, it's not my favorite, but this knife is really, really well put together. Some of the materials are not my favorite with the aluminum handles, but the detent in action on this thing is great. The steel is great. If you don't get the Smoky Mountain Knife Works exclusive, I cannot remember what steel that comes in, but those are around 50 bucks. Still think those are good deals as well. But if I would save just a little bit more money and get this one in the CPM-20CV. You guys, if you haven't had a knife in that steel, you won't regret it. I promise you. The stain resistance is great, and the edge retention is great for everyday carry. You will not have to sharpen this thing a whole lot. Let's go ahead and get some size comparisons. This is it against the Spyderco Para 3. This is it against the PM2. As you can see, the PM2 and the Kershaw are about the same length and carry profile. So definitely a great size knife. I don't think it's too small. I don't think it's too big. Here it is against some of your other budget options, the Ontario Rat number 1 and the Ontario Rat number 2. So again, pretty close to the Ontario Rat 1. This one is around 40 bucks in D2 steel. If you're looking for a budget knife, do still recommend that one. Also, the Civivi Praxis, another budget knife that is around the same size, just a little bit wider of a blade. This one in 9CR13 MOV steel, though. So, guys, I really, really suggest, or I do recommend this knife, rather. It's American made. Fit and finish is great. If you are looking for one, I would say go ahead and pick this up if you like the design. If you don't like the design, then, you know, there are other options out there. Kershaw has a bunch of knives in their lineup, but I'm really glad I picked it up. I don't have many Kershaws, but just because of this action, the ergonomics are really, really great. The blade shape I feel is going to be great for everyday carry and those particular tasks. You know, you got your jimping. My thumb rides a little bit higher than where the jimping is, but that's the way on most knives. I really can't say enough good things about it. You know, maybe if I had to nitpick, you know, it's really would just be the aluminum handles. I kind of wish it would be a G10 version. But other than that, I mean, and like I said, the aluminum really isn't that bad. Did we weigh this puppy? I don't think we weighed it. Let's see how much this thing weighs with these materials. So really 3.6 ounces. Yeah, I think that's pretty great. I mean, compared to a similar sized knife, the Para 2 or the PM2, that's 3.6 ounces. So yeah, so I think that's pretty great actually. So anyway, if you guys are looking for a sub $100 knife, this would be one that I would highly suggest. American made, like I said, support our great country and our manufacturing. Guys, if you like this kind of content, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I will be doing a lot more videos in the future, get a lot more stuff coming, a lot more knives, a lot more gear. So anyway, guys, if you are watching this stuff on my channel, go hit Metal Complex, Big Bore Knife and Gear, Bearded Gear. Those guys have really influenced me a lot on YouTube, and I can't thank them enough. So definitely go check them out, and we will see you in the next one.